From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
And Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going all the way. He's going to score. He's got the ball.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo, welcome into the Top of the Bleachers. I'm Jay, and this is Tuck, and today we are going to break down our top 12 playoff teams as if the season were to end today, and we'll see how that goes. Before we do that, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for us. We really appreciate that. And Tuck, how's it going, man?
Not too bad, man. Up and about. Started my day off at 5 o'clock this morning, taking the last of the prep for my colonoscopy. I realize that maybe some of our listeners might be around my age, so let me just tell you, the prep, the 2 days leading up to the procedure of the colonoscopy is the worst part. Okay? The rest of it, you sleep through it. Yeah, good stuff too. I mean, that propofol. Anyway, it's that stuff that killed Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Couldn't kill me, man. Couldn't kill me. No way.
Came out of it.
Came out of it good. Got some Chick-fil-A. Oh my gosh, Chick-fil-A was so good. When you haven't eaten in 2 days, I'm pretty sure I could have ate a pack of saltine crackers, and it would have been the best saltine crackers I ever had in my life.
Yeah, I bet. Well, everything okay though? Like you got your results back and everything's cool?
Yeah. I had one little polyp. They cleaned that up. He said it looked healthy. He said that I should be able to keep my diverticulitis in check if I stay away from the listed things. And it's a couple of things I like you got to stay away from nuts, which, man, I
love nuts.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't say that on the internet. People will clip that out and turn it into something it's not supposed to be. But I do. I love nuts. Nuts
Don't
are good.
meme that.
Yeah. And but I can't have them. I can't have them anymore. I am allowed to have peanut butter, but I can't have crunchy peanut butter. So, which I'm not a crunchy fan anyway. I'm a creamy peanut butter guy anyway.
That's a crying shame. I'm so sorry.
And it does kind of suck because the other day I was in the store and one of my favorite candy bars is a Payday. Can't have a Payday no more. Payday. I can't have a Snickers. It knocked out a lot of candy bars for me.
That stinks. Oh well. Maybe help you change your diet a little bit then.
Yeah, Lacey can't have gluten. I can't have nuts. Don't y'all want to come over to our house and have dinner? That is just a lovely dinner, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have nearly an interesting day as you. Just work and then sleep, and then the football game came on, and then and now we live, and we're hanging out.
Yeah, speaking of football, don't forget to sign up for that Yahoo NFL Pick'em. You can still get in right up until 5 minutes before kickoff on Thursday. Now, you get to drop your lowest two scores. So if you actually started this week on week 3. Yeah, week 3. Week 3, you'd be able to drop the first 2 weeks and still compete. So you're not out of this if you want to play in it. Just the group ID is 33703 and the password is NFL. And you notice I'm not so bravado and challenging anymore because Big and I had one of the worst weeks you can have in NFL Pick'em. So bad that I expect these Atlanta Falcons to beat the Eagles. That's how weird it's been this week. So
they're up right now too.
I think the Eagles either tied it or went up.
Score. I haven't seen the score. It was 9-7.
They were on the 7-yard line. So
gotcha.
Jalen's been using his wheels. Man, Barkley. If I was a New York Giant fan, I would never watch an Eagles game. I would never watch an Eagles game because I would not want to see how well he's doing somewhere else.
Just think how motivated he's going to be when he plays the Giants.
Oh, yeah. He's liable to have 300 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And knowing his coach, his coach is going to feed him the ball, feed him the ball, feed him the ball, feed him the ball.
Yeah. Well, I did see some other NFL news today. I saw interesting. Did you see Bryce Young got benched?
Dude, when I got home, okay,
Yeah.
from my procedure,
You see
I
that.
ate some Chick-fil-A and then I passed smooth out and I woke up
Right.
10 minutes before the Monday Night Football started. So I
Right.
haven't seen
Today,
any news, nothing.
all right. Well, today, Bryce Young got benched. Andy Dalton is going to be starting for the Carolina Panthers next week.
Okay.
I forget how long he was drafted last year, first round. So they gave him a year and like 2 games. That's all he gets.
I don't
Maybe
I
they
don't
bring him
think
back later. I don't know.
I'm not sure Bryce Young is the problem.
I know it's not the problem. Well, it's part
So
of the problem, but
maybe they're doing this because they realize that they're going to end up getting him hurt before they get better.
maybe.
Which is probably what they should have done with him last year. They probably should have put him on the bench, put a starter in front of him, and let him learn and maybe build your team up to where then you could put him out there and not have to worry about him getting sacked every other play.
Yeah.
And then he's got such happy feet that he'll only stand in the pocket for a second and a half and he's looking to exit because he's gotten sacked so much.
Yeah.
So,
well, we'll see how he does. Maybe he gets some
I think he'd do it
time to learn.
Yeah, if they would have done it the Patriot way, like the Patriots, I think are doing it the right way with Drake May, putting them behind a veteran, they got another year that they can get some more talent to put out there on the field, then give the kid a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True. I didn't see much other NFL news, just a bunch of stuff leading up to this and daggum Monday Night Countdown or whatever comes on at like 5:30 or something. I was like, wow, it comes on early. So I've had that turned on. Kind of listening.
Well, they don't. I don't know. They hype the game for an hour and a half before they actually play it. I don't.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
like some of the story. I like some of the stories they tell about other stuff going on. Anyway, besides that, I saw a couple things I wanted to tell you. One, Coach Cal had I guess they had the Little Rock Touchdown Club or something. They were
had Hunter Yurachek on.
Yeah, did you see this?
Yeah, I watched the thing. It was hilarious, dude. He's like talking about meeting Cal or going to Kentucky to meet Cal, and he's telling him there'll be a guy outside in a Philadelphia hat.
Yeah. He was like, "What's going on? Is this The Sopranos or what?" And
he goes, "I know Cal has Italian ties." So
and the guy the guy just handed the key and walked off. It's like, what is going on? That would be pretty wild. I thought that was
he said when he pushed the door open and there wasn't plastic everywhere, he started to ease up a little bit. Like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, that was a funny story. I was going to tell you that story, but never mind. You done heard it. So, and then he also was talking about the Neil money stuff. Did you see that part?
No.
He was talking about the football specifically, and he said Ole Miss has 5,000 people in their collective or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He said Arkansas has 1,000.
Okay.
He goes, that's the difference he goes, let me lay this out for you. He goes, what we need is what we really need to catch up to Ole Miss would be 10,000 households in Arkansas all pledge $100 a month
to the University of Arkansas.
And then we would reach that same level.
So why don't we just?
He said when you can't, when that big a difference, they can corner the market. In other words, they get all the recruits because they have more money.
Why don't we just raise tuition by $100?
That's a good idea. I don't know.
Send him
a letter.
You got 10,000 students up there. You raise the tuition $100. There you go. There's your $100 a household.
Yeah, you can make it You can even do a kneel fee on whatever,
Yeah,
a kneel fee.
sure.
Each student has to pay a kneel fee.
Oh, that would make the students really happy about their
Hey,
football team. And
you're contributing to the team that way. You're part of the team. I
I
don't know. Maybe,
know that
maybe I see it that way.
I know that there are a lot of Hog fans out there that will sign up for $100 a month, and in no time
Mm,
flat. There's a ton of them. I'm not
really?
going to be one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not giving the University of Arkansas $100 a month. That's
That sounded steep to me. I didn't think they'd be. I think
oh
when
yeah,
I
there are
didn't.
tons. Now they'll be better off than I am. I'm sure. They'll be a lot
uh,
better off than I am. But
Well, I'm
I'm
sure though.
especially since I'm not getting anything with my $100 pledge. Now you gonna give me $100 pledge and tickets to the ball game?
You get some stuff. You get some
Yeah,
stuff. Like you
you
get on the
gotta.
list for tickets.
Oh, I get on the list.
Well,
Wow,
if you want to give 10 grand, you can get
I'm
some
giving
tickets or whatever.
$1,200 a year to the university. I get put on a list. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
what
nice.
that's what I was told. So
Yeah.
anyway,
I don't see it. When the economy maybe gets better, you might have some middle class families that would be willing to do that. But I think the people that are probably going to join up for that are probably upper class, upper class people.
uh,
Because I'm
sounded
sorry,
like a lot to me.
that that is a lot. $100 a month.
For most families, that's a lot of money, and you
That's a
want
lot.
10,000 households. That sounds like a lot too.
Yeah,
So I just don't see that in
it's
Arkansas.
$1,200 a year for each household.
Yeah, yeah, that's quite a bit.
Now,
One
what
point two. You put it in 1.2 million.
Now, what they ought to do, this is a state
That's
school. This
It
is a
doesn't
state
seem.
school, right?
I think it'd raise that much money pretty easy in a year.
You think so? I mean, I don't I don't know. I don't
I
know,
don't know.
man.
Anyway,
I know they ain't getting my $1,200. Okay.
okay. Well, I'm going to buy.
I
I'm going to go to some games, and I'm going to support them in other ways. I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
buy
yeah.
some stuff
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah, I buy
Anyway,
merchandise. I go to ball games. I watch them on TV. I cheer for them. I pimp them all over the state. I was like, that's it. Okay. If anything, y'all should be paying me $1,200 a year because
oh my
the way
gosh.
that I the way that I pimp your university all over the place.
Yeah, where's my NIL money?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever, dude. Anyway, all right. So let's get into our playoff teams, man.
Okay.
I didn't have anything. Do you have anything else? I should ask. I'm sorry. I
No,
mean,
not really. Like I said, I didn't. I ended up with tomorrow off. I'm not going to work tomorrow. Apparently,
oh,
I'm not supposed to drive 24 hours out of anesthesia. I could have drove home. I felt fine. I felt fine.
well, hey, well, since you got all that sleep, I guess you can stay up all night.
I got a little. I got a little.
Hmm.
I was talking crap about. Well, I don't really feel that woozy or anything like that. And then we got out to the car and I stood up out of the wheelchair and I was like, whoa, hey, this is different.
Can I
Yeah.
take some of
So,
the home with me?
yeah, supposedly I'm not supposed to take a long car ride for 7 days after my procedure.
Really?
Yeah. I spend 4 hours a day in a car. I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to do my job.
Yeah,
Now
that's
it should be fine because mine's interval. Like I get out, go to the door. It's not like it's 4 hours straight or whatever, So I'm sure it'll be okay. But I can't go to work tomorrow because the doc says I can't drive for 24 hours. So
well, good for you.
I guess, man. I don't
I don't
know
have
what
to
I'm
be at
gonna.
work. Yeah, I get to sleep in a little bit in the morning. I don't have to be at
Yeah,
work as
maybe
early as normal, but
we could do 2 or 3 shows a night. Put them in the can. Keep them in the can just in case one of us, can't make a show one night. We just show a replay or
hey,
something we got
if we can
pre-recorded.
make it through colonoscopies, we can make it through anything. By golly, let me throw a by golly on the end of that.
By golly.
By golly, if we can make it through that, we can make it through anything. All right.
That Michael Jackson guy was a wuss, man. That was good stuff. I don't know.
Well, he wasn't very big. Anyway, all right, man. Let's break them down here. Let's get into our top 12. You got your list from last week?
Yeah, I got my list from last week, and to be honest, it's changed a little bit. It's changed just a little bit.
Mine has too.
Not much. Here's my big question: has number one in the SEC changed for you?
Yes.
It has not for me.
Okay.
It has
All
not.
right.
Georgia
All
did
right.
not get beat.
Okay.
Texas did win handedly. I'll give you that. Georgia was playing a much stiffer opponent with a much better defense. That was a defensive ball game. If y'all watched that ball game, that was that was good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave Georgia right there, man. I mean, if Kentucky beats them, or if I actually don't see a reason why Georgia should be knocked out until they get beat.
Okay. I just I do have Texas number one, but I think they're better.
I think they might be better too, but nobody's beat Georgia yet.
Well, I'm predicting who's going to win the SEC. So I'm predicting here. So I'm predicting Texas is going to win.
Well, then I should have OU up here number one because that's who I predicted would win.
Well, there you go. You probably.
But I ain't going to do that right now. It's Georgia.
Okay. Let me see. I think they play each other. Yes, they play each other in the regular season. Here in just a couple of weeks. So
it should be interesting.
We could see how that goes. But yeah, I got Texas number one this week. They just man, they are loaded, dude. And I see Georgia has some weaknesses. A little more than the previous years. So all right, who's your number two?
I moved Miami up to my number two.
Miami's okay. So you're going with the ACC champ?
Yeah.
All right. I went with the Big Ten champ. I went with Ohio State. I think they're going to win the Big Ten. I like Nebraska though. That's my dark horse. I'm rooting my tail off for them guys, man. But I don't think they can beat Ohio State. I'm rooting for them. And then I had Miami at number 3. My ACC champ.
All right. Number 3, I have my Big 12 champ, which is OSU.
Oklahoma State. Okay. Well, you brought me over the dark side with your
ASU.
With Oklahoma State. After I went through and looked at their they had another big win. One handedly. I just think they have a good shot at winning the Big 12. I think you're right.
The Big 12 is not that.
So yeah, I'm putting them at number 4.
Okay.
So Texas, Ohio State, Miami, Oklahoma State. That's my my top 4.
I got Georgia, Miami, OSU, and Michigan State.
Michigan State. Okay. Yeah,
Michigan State,
right?
Michigan State still undefeated.
Yeah.
And it keeps me from having to put Ohio State in my top 4 because I really don't want to do that all year long. I do not want to put Ohio State in my top 4, so I'm trying my hardest not to do that.
No. Michigan State's not even in the top 25.
I know it. Sitting 3-0 and can't even get in the top 25. Of course, they ain't played nobody yet.
You're brave. All right, this is where it all gets flipped around because this could go lots of different ways from here on out probably. And anyway, who'd you have at number 5?
Number 5, I got Texas.
All right, well, we just flip-flopped 1 and 6 or 1 and 5 then because I got Georgia.
They were my number 5 team last week too. Because I had Georgia at number 1, and you your top four should be your four different conferences. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Texas is right there. If Georgia loses, Texas jumps to the top, but Georgia hadn't lost yet on mine anyway.
Yeah. I got you. I think Texas is going to win that game. That's the only reason I'm putting them at number one.
Okay.
All right. Number 6. Now this is it's tough, man, because some of these teams ain't played nobody yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and put Ole Miss at number 6.
Wow. Okay.
But I mean, they're off. They look really good, but they ain't played nobody yet, really. You know.
Yeah, it's the same way. See, this is why I don't like early rankings because Ole Miss hasn't played anybody. Everybody
Mhm.
wants to put them in the top 10. Michigan State hadn't played anybody. They got the same record, and they can't even get in the top 25.
Yeah, that's what I'm
This is why
saying.
I don't like this. I don't. This whole system is rigged.
And they're. I mean, they got Georgia Southern this week. Their first
Yeah,
4 games of the year are. I mean, Wake Forest this week, but I mean they're not very good.
they went to Wake Forest. Did you see that Wake Forest gave them back $1 million? Said that we don't want to play you again.
Yeah, I saw that. I
Okay,
saw
so
that. I wonder why.
is that because you got beat so bad, or because Ole Miss was such an ass when they got there?
One or the other.
Why? Why in the world would you give back $1 million and say we don't want to play? That makes me think
Mm,
like there
yeah.
was something happening behind the scenes that rubbed somebody the wrong way.
I thought that too. I thought that too. Maybe something kind of interchange between the coaches at midfield or something, or who
Front
knows?
office, maybe the players trashed the locker room. Who knows, man? Something happened, and they're
Yeah,
like, "No, we're not dealing with these guys anymore. You can have your $1 million back."
yeah. That's pretty. And it's a bigger school. I didn't even know Wake Forest would get that much money for playing them.
Yeah,
I thought that was only like the smaller schools had deals like that. You know what I mean? I thought the bigger schools would be like, why would they pay each other? They're both big schools. You know.
yeah, because they're Wake
Uh,
Forest. They
I didn't
can't
know it
get
was.
they
That's
can't
what I'm
get
saying.
an SEC team to come to them unless they pay for it.
So I guess like every game's a contract then.
All non-conference ball games are usually a contract of some sort.
Okay. I never really looked at the business side of it like that, I guess. That's weird.
It's never really interested me, so I've never really looked into it. But I
Never thought
mean,
about it. All right. Well, who you got at number
these
6?
are these are institutes of higher learning. I'm sure they're doing it correctly. Whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can trust. We can just
Yeah.
totally trust. Have some faith.
Where were we?
Number 6.
Number 6, Ole Miss.
You got Ole Miss as well. Okay. All right. So I didn't have to sell you on that really. Okay.
No, I had already done it. And then coming in
Okay.
at number 7, that's where I have Ohio State.
Okay. I see okay. Number 7, I got Tennessee. And I really went back and forth between Ole Miss and Tennessee because Tennessee ain't played nobody really either, but let me let me pull their schedule up right quick. But they've scored like their average is like 64 points a game or something like that. You know, I mean, something crazy. But I
They
mean, they
put
beat
up
NC State. That's who they beat. NC State.
they put up like 65 in the first half or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, 37 in the first quarter.
That's ridiculous, man. That's
That's
ridiculous.
crazy. Yeah. So anyway, I went back and forth on that one. So I got Tennessee at number 7. I really couldn't. You could flip flop Ole Miss and Tennessee in my eyes. Either way, they're
Well,
gonna go.
at least until they get to some tougher competition.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Tennessee got going to Oklahoma this week, so that'd be a good game, good test, good game for both of them.
it'd be a good test for Oklahoma, that's for sure.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Both of them. We'll see how that goes. Elite offense versus elite defense. See how it goes.
We'll see.
We'll see.
you think you're an elite defense, and then you go up against somebody like the New Orleans Saints and found out, no, you're a piece of crap, just like the rest of just like you were last year. You're just a piece of crap.
Well, I will say this about OU: they're not going to win 45-42. They don't. They're not that kind of offense. They're not against Tennessee, especially. You're not going to.
I don't know what to expect, man. I don't know. To me, I feel like this is a much bigger game for OU than it is for Tennessee.
I agree.
Tennessee's coming in with the momentum. Tennessee's coming in with everybody talking about them. And OU is still, questioning what they got, if they're using it right, all that stuff. So it'll be interesting. It should be
their first SEC game ever.
I got Tennessee at number 8.
At number 8, okay. All right.
From last week, I moved Tennessee up from 9 to 8, and I moved Ole Miss up from 8 to 6.
Okay. I basically flip-flopped Oklahoma State and Utah. I think Oklahoma State's going to win the Big 12. That's why I got them in there now. And I flip-flopped Texas and Georgia.
Now,
that's the only thing I got different so far.
Don't forget in that Big 12, you got this little team called ASU that is tearing it up right now. Okay, so
yeah,
you just hold on to that OSU prediction, because I think ASU might be there toward the end of the year. We'll see what happens.
We will see. Yeah.
My number 8. Who you got for 9? Who'd you have for 8?
Number 8, I got Alabama.
Okay.
And the same as what I had last week. Yeah, it's Alabama. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I got them at number 9.
Number 9? Okay.
Yeah. And then 10, 11, and 12 on mine is where, it kind of gets fun.
Yeah, I had number 9. I have got USC. That's the same as what I had last week, too. USC. And then my 10, 11, and 12 are different than last week. Yeah.
Who you got in your 10, 11, and 12?
All right, number 10, I got Missouri. Okay, so I moved them up one spot from 11 out there, 10.
All right.
Who you got 10?
10, I got the Arizona State University.
Arizona State. Yep. You're a big believer in them, huh?
Right now. I mean, still early. still early. Number 11, I got Utah, even though their quarterback's out for a little while. They did win, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was thinking, though. Yeah, they won.
Yeah, they won.
And then at number 12 is where I got Mizzou.
Okay. Arizona State, Utah, Missouri. All right.
And I actually thought about giving that 12th spot to Vandy. Way to go, Commodores! Kicking butt, taking names, man.
They lost, though. They lost.
Oh, I thought they won.
No, they lost. They lost the very end.
I watched most of that game, and they were winning. They lost it at the end.
They lost. Yes.
Well, I'm off the Vandy train.
Yeah, I know. Sad day.
Sad day.
My 10, 11, and 12 are Missouri, Oregon, and Oklahoma. Oklahoma's 3-0.
I got no problem with OU being in there.
I almost made it where you had to be 3-0. I cut USC some slack. They're 2-0. And there was another team that was 2-0, I think.
I think all of mine are 3-0. I am not taking a one-loss team. That's just ridiculous. I can't understand why Notre Dame's still in the top 25.
Yeah, no losses, but a lot of teams. Most everybody's 3-0.
Can somebody explain to me how Notre Dame's still in the top 25? I mean, I realize they beat Texas A&M and they beat Purdue handedly, but they lost. Yeah. They need to.
That's because they're going to win all their other cupcake games until the end of the year.
I hope somebody steps up and beats them. I hope Army or somebody like that just puts a whooping on them. That would be awesome.
That'd be kind of funny. I mean, they have nobody, man. They got Louisville, number 19. Florida State would have been a good game. Would have been, could have been.
Oh, by
Okay,
the way, did they let Napier go yet?
no, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, so
I'd say you better watch his back though.
so my four with the bye right now are Georgia, Miami, OSU, and Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
And my next four, which would get home games, would be Texas, Ole Miss, Ohio State, and Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And then the four that got to go on the road right now are Alabama, ASU, Utah, and Mizzou. I still think that's too many SEC teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 in this week. I just don't know if the committee's going to let 6 in the first year. I think
It depends on how much we beat each other.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Is Georgia going to rise to the top, or is everybody going to be 10-2? You know what I mean? It just okay. Well, my bye teams are Texas, Ohio State, Miami, Oklahoma State. My home teams, they get a home game: Georgia, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama.
All 4 SEC home games.
All 4, yeah.
I guarantee you that don't happen. I guarantee you that don't happen.
And then the away teams: USC, Missouri, Oregon, Oklahoma. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 SEC teams.
I just don't see it happening, man. Not the first year. I could definitely see 1 year, maybe 7 teams getting in, but I just don't.
There's gonna be somebody that we don't know of. Like it's gonna be somebody crazy, like freaking
UCF
Iowa State or somebody, or
UCF is finally going to get in there.
UCF.
Hey, shout out to KJ Jefferson. He's tearing it up right now. Also, a shout out to Jaden Catalon. He's tearing it up with UNLV. I think they made the top 25. Didn't they come in at number 25?
Not in the AP. Not in the. No. You talking about South Carolina?
No.
Yeah.
UNLV.
Oh, UNLV. Yeah, they're top 25. Yes.
They made number 25, didn't they?
In the coaches poll.
Oh, not in the. See,
yeah.
There you go. There's another problem with this.
We got too many polls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Texas A&M is in the top 25 with a 2-1 record, losing to Notre Dame. It's such bull crap, man. This whole poll thing. LSU sitting at number 16, 2-1. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, and the only 2 teams they beat have been McNeese and Florida.
You shouldn't be in the top 25 with a 1-loss record until you have a lot more teams with 1 loss. Like, if some teams in front of you lose, then maybe you jump back into the top 25. But this early in the season with 1 loss, you shouldn't even be in the top 25. The only reason you are is because you're LSU. That's the only reason why.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever. Notre Dame. Michigan.
It's just frustrating, man. It's very frustrating.
Yeah. It'll all sort itself out, man.
I hope so. Or we'll get to the end of the season and we'll have like 15, 13-0 teams. That should be good.
What's the score on the game right now?
I don't know. They're at commercial.
All right, let me get to the scores. It is Eagles 18, Falcons 15 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So they'll be able to catch the end of the game here right quick.
Yep.
And,
35 minutes.
Anything else
pretty
you want to
good.
bring up?
It's pretty good considering I'm doped up, man. 35 minutes.
It's pretty good since you're drugged.
Since I'm getting doped up, man. Don't forget to sign up for the Yahoo NFL Pick'em. You want to play against us, group ID 33703, password NFL. Also, don't forget about your mental health. Mental health is a serious thing. Jason and I are big proponents of it. We both have been affected by suicide in our families and loved ones. So, 988 is the national hotline number. They will talk to you. They'll text with you. They'll video chat with you, whatever it is you want to do. And as my buddy Jason says,
don't do life alone.
It's a good saying.
Yeah, for real. Don't do life alone. Find somebody to talk to. If you don't have anybody, call 988 and talk to somebody. For real.
Also spread that number around. People need to know that there is a hotline that people can use. So spread it around to friends and family. 988.
All right, man. Well, I'll catch the end of this game, and I will talk to you tomorrow, man. 9:00 tomorrow night.
I'll be here. What are we doing tomorrow?
What are we doing tomorrow? We do our college football preview, and we're going to make some picks on them.
Okay. All right.
All right. Peace out.
Love you.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.